Now to our conversation with one of social media's most strategically disruptive personalities. Investor and content creator Gary Vee has more than 45 million followers on social media. He's also built a fortune as an early investor in some of tech's most successful companies. We paid a visit to find out where he thinks our world is headed.
To jump on a trend early means you need to eat the dirt, you need to be in the mud, you need to have the scars. I understood what people were going to do sometimes before they even understood it. Ooh. I understood people were going to put their credit cards into a computer when all of our parents and grandparents said never. I know that tons of people's breakthrough in the next half decade is selling on live shopping on social media like QVC for everyone, while most people don't even know what I just said. That's what I do.
Spending the day with Gary Vaynerchuk is like spending the day inside of a hurricane.
Let's go this way.
Things move fast.
If you've been fired 4 times in a row,
and you better pay attention.
I was very affected by hard work. I was very affected by love. The biggest thing I wish for everyone on the other side of the camera, besides health, is to grow up in a family that has little, but is wildly loving and happy, because immediately you learn that money has no impact on happiness.
Vaynerchuk was born in Soviet Belarus in 1975. His family moved to America when he was only 3. His mom and dad eventually saved enough money to start a liquor store in New Jersey.
We really had nothing.
What do you mean by nothing? Like, help explain that. A lot of people say, oh, I grew up with nothing. I didn't have a silver spoon.
We lived in a studio apartment in Queens where 7, 8 family members lived in that studio. That's real zero life. We really started from the beginning. And the Soviet Union, where my parents grew up, when we immigrated in 78, like, they were on a 9-year wait list for a phone. My mom grew up in a house where there was an outhouse.
After college, Vaynerchuk spun his father's small New Jersey spirit shop into a bustling business.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Wine Library TV.
Doing $60 million per year in sales, using a wild new invention called the internet.
I am very proud to launch what we think is the first video wine blog.
By 2006, he'd go on to build a viral following on a new video hosting website called YouTube.
Episode 1002.
As one of social media's earliest influencers. Successful angel investments in Twitter, Facebook, Uber, Venmo, and Snapchat, along with the co-founding of restaurant booking tool Resy, gave Vaynerchuk credibility during a time of radical cultural transition.
This is the nuance that no one understands. Every single thing I did, I had to eat crow for the first 12, 24, 36 months to get there. This is VaynerX.
We met the now 50-year-old at the New York City headquarters of VaynerX, where his company helps develop content for some of the world's most valuable brands. Vaynerchuk says the next big thing, live shopping.
In China, it is a $500 billion industry. A $500 billion, $500 billion worth of stuff. They're projecting that more stuff will be sold in live shopping within the decade than is bought in regular e-commerce. It's just starting here in America. Live social shopping today is where social media in 2009 was. Outwork your curiosity.
While Vaynerchuk still sees live shopping years away from full adoption, he says artificial intelligence is already here, and we all need to pay attention.
Here's what's going to happen with AI for sure. I'm positive of this. All of it is going to lead to us having more time for leisure.
I love that.
I think there's a scenario where we go to a 4-day work week because of efficiencies and subsidies from the biggest winners in AI. Could you imagine every stay-at-home mom and dad watching this right now realizing that AI is going to give them 11 hours back a week so that they can spend playing? I'm telling you, everyone's demonizing this. To remind you, electricity was demonized when it first came out. People were worried about losing money. People are scared of losing their jobs. But the tractor was invented when 80% of us worked on farms 200 years ago, and we found new jobs. This is what always happens. This has been happening. This is life. And instead of what about let me take control of it? What about all the people that might get inspired by this interview and get a job in 3 years that pays them 3 times more that they're happy about because they took the AI surfboard instead of putting their head in the sand?
Shout out to Gary Vee and his team. Listen, obviously he is invested in AI and tech early, and he leans on it, but he is also a people person, and he works with a ton of people in his office. So he has a combination of both the tech, the AI, and the people.
I loved his backstory, though, and the confidence and how hard he works.
Oh, he
outwork your curiosity.
There you go.
Oh, I like that.